What's going on, guys? It's Quasi Dog here, and I just wanted to give a little PSA or an update to let you guys know the status of the Hisense update. Now, in probably the last 6 months, we've done a lot of Hisense content on the channel, more so because I have this TV, I've had it since launch, and so many people have been interacting with the videos and asking questions that it was much easier to give all of my responses in video form. So when it came to all the coverage on the lack of full quality 4K 120 Hertz, I wanted to do my best to find solutions, to find answers, to reach out to the R&D team and kind of keep you guys in the loop. Now, from what I've noticed in the last couple of days within a lot of my videos is there's a lot of you out there celebrating the fact that the beta is done and the official release is finally here. So, for owners of the U88G or U8G, a lot of you have already received the update that fixes the 4K 120 Hertz. So no longer is it kind of downsampled down on the vertical resolution, making everything look soft. Based on that update, based on the feedback, and based on all the findings when using the beta, everything is now retaining full 4K at full max resolution in 120 Hertz. Now, the package labeling for this update, I believe, is M0120, whereas my beta software was M0127. So I personally checked for an update. Technically, my version is higher than the public release, so I don't know if I'll get it OTA, but so many of you have reached out within the video comments of all of the past updates that I've given to say that you are actually receiving it. Now, for anybody who has not received it yet, I did reach out to the Hisense R&D team. They say that I believe they're on week 2 of a staggered rollout that's going to be going through the next couple of weeks. So if you haven't received the update for M0120, keep checking because it is flowing through in that staggered release. There's a couple of weeks left and hopefully you should be getting it very, very soon. I've had confirmations from 65-inch owners of both the U8G, U88G, depending on Canada or US, the market that you're in. I've had confirmations for the U78G or U7G, both the 65 versions of those. And I believe I've seen a couple people with the 55-inch of the U8G, U88G say that they received the update as well. It's safe to assume that the U7 and the U8 are getting the updates. I'm not sure about any other SKUs, but if you want to ask in the comments to remind me, I can see what I can do to try to source that information. Now, the other thing that I've seen, and it's nothing that I've replicated on my beta software, but a lot of people both in the comments as well as on AVS forums and Reddit are saying that after the update's been applied, your HDR in 4K 120 Hertz looks washed out. And there could be 2 key reasons for that. The first reason is on the Xbox Series X, which is where a lot of people seem to be having these concerns. If this entire time you were gaming on 4K 60 for that max resolution versus that max frame rate, there's a very good chance that this entire time you've actually been utilizing Dolby Vision. Now, HDR is different than Dolby Vision, and at 120 Hertz 4K, you will only get HDR10. Now, there's been a lot of reports as well with people that have been using HDR10 4K 120 Hertz and say that the modern version of the update does wash out those colors. And I've seen and read a lot of this feedback, and I've talked to a lot of people offline, and it looks like there is a fix. I'm not sure how many people it's helped. I know of 2 so far, so let me know in the comments below after this video is live if this is something that's helping you as well. But what I would try to do is from HDR Game, or I use HDR Standard, ALLM, or Auto Low Latency kind of fixes any sort of input issues with whatever preset that you use anyway. But of course, turn on enhanced, that's step 1. Go in, make sure that you've calibrated and recalibrated the HDR output from the console itself, because it may adjust some of the settings on the TV, so you're going to want to compensate and change that based on the contrast ratios and things on the console itself. I personally find you get a brighter and more saturated image if you set your full array local dimming to medium versus high. I find high actually lowers a couple of things in favor of brightness, but it doesn't punch the contrast and the colors and the saturation quite like the medium setting does. But then once all of that is done, if you notice that it's still looking a little janky, I want you guys to do a full power cycle of your TV and not just holding the power button until it turns off, because you're still using some reserved power. What I've gotten a couple of people to do is fully turn off the Xbox, fully turn off the TV, and completely remove the power from both of them. Give them a nice, cool restart. Once you turn it back on, it should trigger things to come back up, be more lively, be more like it was before. I don't know if it's just kind of pushing through the last bit of the update or kind of what's happening, but a power cycle seems to be working. If a power cycle does not work, if you solely have the Xbox, I want you guys to open the Dolby Atmos app itself. That should trigger some of the codecs to kind of be pushed back through that HDMI port to hopefully be recognized, or go on to any major streaming platform that you may use that has the HDR and Dolby Vision codecs, rack through a couple of pieces of content, and then try another power cycle as well. I don't know why this works. Again, I have the beta still installed. Technically, the model number of the beta is higher, being MO127 versus MO120, but based on Reddit feedback that I've been reading this morning and based on the interactions I've had with 2 people so far, the power cycles or triggering something that has HDR that's not a game seems to be bringing all this stuff back. So let me know in the comments, let me help you guys, and then I want to give you guys a platform to help each other as well, because like I said, your interactions with each other in the comment sections of all of my other videos covering the Hisense updates, the Hisense settings, all of that stuff has been fantastic to see. I see so many of you talking amongst one another, having different conversations with the same people in different videos, and that to me is just super, super awesome. So if you found this announcement and kind of little update at all helpful, definitely go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And until my next video, my name is Quasi Dog. You guys have been awesome, and we'll catch you all in my next one. Take care.